Morning, and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to... Oh, the drive's empty. Yeah, sorry. Welcome back to Project Monty. I've got some of the parts, but not very much. There's not really very much I can do. I can put a couple of the bits that I've already got, the existing parts, but apart from that... No, I don't want to join the hotspot. Apart from that, I can't do very much. So I thought I'd give it a clean, get all that forensic dust off of it, and I think I'll take that front bumper off, see what's hiding underneath. Hopefully nothing. Well, hopefully there's crash bars hiding underneath that aren't damaged, but we'll see in a minute. But we're going to get it cleaned first. So let's get it down the drive and make a start. When I drove it down the drive then I went to flash the lights. Then I realised there's no lights and there's also no switch to flick. None of that's come yet. Christmas and New Year's got in the way, unfortunately. So I am going to give this its first wash and then I'm going to get the bumper off. So I'm not going to bother filming me washing it, but as soon as it's washed, I'm not going to go mental, but I'm just going to snow foam it and then just give it a bucket and sponge jobby and jet wash it all off. I'll even clean the bumpers, even though they're going to come off in a minute. I don't know what to do with these bumpers yet. I know obviously in the future I will need bumpers. This one is not fantastic. I'll zoom in a bit for you. It's got this little, it's not a hole, it's just a little hickey, so that could be touched up and that will all come off. All that will come off with G3. There are actually, there's one or two little marks around it. There's a little bit of a tiny little crack in the paintwork there. It's nothing much, so this could be used on another project, I suppose. Or shall I sell it to get some money back on this project? Same goes for the back one. The back one's got a few marks on it. I don't know, I probably will keep it, I expect, at least for the time being anyway. It just obviously, I have spent a hell of a lot of money on this car. Again, I will go over what I've spent on it. Once I've got all the parts ready, so I can point to them all and show you exactly what it's cost. The most expensive thing to kit out is the front bumper, arm and a leg job. And as I said, I think I said on the previous video, I'm going to do a separate video on what to look out for and what you need for a complete front end should you buy a car that you'll need one. It's expensive, but we'll come to that as I say, as and when. So yeah, we'll come back once it's washed. And then I'm going to get that front bumper off, and I'm intrigued to see what's underneath it. I don't even want to look through the holes where, actually, you know what, I'm going to. Actually, it's dark in there. I can't actually see whether there's any bars in there or not. I could get my torch, but I'm going to let you see when I take it off, so we can see exactly what we've got and what we haven't. I'm praying that there are bars underneath there, because otherwise that's yet more expense, which we could do without. Okay, anyway, yeah, let's get it clean and we'll come back. There we go, nice and clean. What a difference. It's still a bit forensically dusty, if that's a term. But, if you can see that, hang on, let me, yeah, look, I've just, so it needs, I'm going to leather it off anyway, but it's going to need, I'm going to do we've got marks like this, which I will go over. I'm probably not going to bother doing those just yet, there's no point. I'm going to leather it off quickly now. But I'm going to clay it as well. I've got a clay mitt with the slippery stuff as well, which I've never actually used. I've had it for quite some time, I've never used it. I'm not going to do that now, that will be more towards the end of the project really, which hopefully won't be too long. So I'm just going to quickly leather it off, have some lunch, and then I'm going to come and take this bumper off. I'm intrigued to see what's under it. So we will be back very shortly. Well, I think we can safely assume that once I take those two bolts out, it's just going to fall off. I don't think they would have done it any better. Obviously, I need to lift those headlights out because they're not bolted in at all. So I think they'll probably fall on the floor and break, because obviously I want to keep those for a future project. I'm not going to, certainly won't be selling those. So it's very dirty under here. It's come from Copart, of course it's dirty. absolutely rotten. Is that going to come out? It probably will fall out once I take the sides of the bumper out, so I'll do that one side at a time carefully. Let's just take these out. Right. Hold on to the light. Oh, it's even plugged in, this one. Blimey. At least that'd stop it from falling out, I suppose, if it's held on with a wire. That's that one. Lugs are all intact, which is good, so that's actually a good headlight. So we'll put that one somewhere safe over here for the time being. It's got a little bit of scratching on the glass, but I could polish that out. I've never tried polishing a headlight before. That's something I need to do. Yeah, this one's plugged in as well. Obviously we couldn't turn them on because we've got no switches. Right, that's that one. Let's see what's underneath now. This moment could cost me another £100. No, they're there. See the way I tentatively looked. Oh, it's actually bolted on underneath as well. Well, I'm surprised about that. They even bothered to bolt it on underneath. So, as the driveway's soaking wet, I will... Oh, I'm pleased that they're both there though. That's good. Let's take the keys out of my pocket. And we'll get underneath. And get these out. Oop. Right. Where are they? Oh, no they're not. Where are they held on then? Whoa! Oh, my mistake, it was just hanging on for dear life. No, all looks good under there, doesn't it? That's good. Whew. That's a weight off my mind. Right. Okay, so the horn's there. Obviously we've got the plug there which hasn't been cut, thankfully, for the lights. DRL light plug has not been cut, headlight plug has not been cut. Same goes for this side. There's one of these things again. I think these are something to do with the DRL. We got one both sides. Of course, I've never had the front off of a facelift before, so I don't actually know what it's for. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I haven't got a clue what it's for, but I think it's something to do with the DRLs. One of you may well tell me. But when I've looked at DRLs, there seems to be something that they might sort of push into. Some sort of positioning, I don't know. Can you position DRLs? I wasn't aware you could. Don't know. Or, reposition, I should say. Oh, what's that? Okay, so that's good. That's good. So, no cut wires here. We know that the bumper thing is in the boot. So we know we've got that. There's no washer fluid in there. Let's hope it's all okay. It's just that it's just been allowed to run empty. Okay, that all looks good. The two splash guards are okay, and they've still got their top bits, their access things as well. So that's good. Right, I've got the new bumper. I haven't unpacked it yet. It's still sitting out in the back garden. So obviously it's trimless apart from the whisker with the Fiat logo. So that's at least that's one thing that I don't have to buy. So I'm just going to unpack that, and then we're going to offer that up. I'm actually going to put it on temporarily. I haven't got the headlights yet, so I can't do those. I haven't got DRLs. I haven't got any of the other trim except for the actual, the big grille. So I might put that in. I might as well put that in, I suppose. I'll set my trestles up and get that put in, and then at least we'll have something on there. And then what we'll have to do is block up the holes with some, I don't know, some bubble wrap or something to stop the rain getting in until the headlights come. which will hopefully be in the next couple of days. Right, this is the bumper. If you've seen it on sort of temporarily placed on the car a minute ago, I took a picture for Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to, you see little sneak previews of all the work that gets done. Obviously I do it and upload it at the time with little snippets. As I say, little snippets and previews. If you want to see those, it's Love 500 Salvage. Okay, so beautiful grille, aftermarket grille, Prasco one, which I bought Prasco stuff quite a few times. They seem to be absolutely fine. Never had a bad experience with a bit of Prasco. I've had, I think is it TMC or something? I've had bumpers from TMC that haven't been very good. But Prasco seems to be okay. Now I don't know whether this has to go around a particular way or not. I guess it does. Yeah, it's that way around. So same applies as to all these bumpers. You need to line it up in these tabs and get the thing. I think I'm getting it the right way. Let me just double check that. Yeah. They are not the easiest of things to get on these. So you never want to push too hard. So the washing up liquid did help, which I'd forgotten about. But it is more a matter of brute force. As long as you've got them lined up, I think they're all pretty much in. Might be, yeah, I think they're all in. Maybe one there that's not quite, it doesn't want to go anymore. I think that will have to do. They're in. Yeah. So if I show you, ta-da! Better, isn't it? Better already. So I'll tell you what we've got. So obviously the bumper came with this. I've got both DRLs. I've got the second one today. I won't tell you at the moment how much for. Luckily we've got that, so we haven't got to buy that. That one I haven't got yet. So that's the black bit with the chrome bit in the middle, which comes as one. And second-hand one is £49. Apparently the new ones are much more. There don't appear to be any new ones. Oh, I can see that's not in properly there down the bottom. Apparently there's not any new ones there aren't any new ones that I can find on eBay at the moment. So I may buy the second-hand one. It basically saves me going to a Fiat garage because I haven't got a Fiat garage near me. Nearest one's Dartford, which is a fair old trek away. So I will probably buy that one unless any new ones come up. So I've got both fog lights. I think I've ordered the cable that runs behind there for the fog lights. I think, can't remember now. What else is there? Ah, yeah, those bits for both sides. I've ordered those chrome bits, and you've got the surround that the fog lights go in. Now, I've got one, the driver's side. The eBay listing said it was for a 2020 hybrid sport, but when I've compared the picture to another listing, it looked the same. It looked exactly the same. So I've taken a chance because it was brand new and it was only £15. Whereas the other ones, which are second hand, are £50. Can you believe it? £50. 50 sodding pounds. There are loads of them and they're all 50 quid. And I really don't want to be paying 50 quid. So I'm hoping one comes up cheaper. It just yeah, I mean, as you can imagine, if that bit's 50 quid, you can imagine what it's costing me to dress this bumper. Oh yeah, we've also got, I bought that bit as well, the bit that goes on there, which I'm hoping, I don't know, but the chances are it goes on before that, so I'm probably going to have to take that off to do it. Until I get it, I don't know, but I think that's probably the case. So although that's not quite on properly at the bottom there, I'm not going to put it on anymore, just in case I do have to take it off. So yeah, so the only bit I've actually got to get is the fog light surround for this side, hopefully, and that bit. Everything else is either here on it or is on order. I say Christmas and New Year has messed up delivery. Now there are a couple of little marks on this. We've got a little bit that feels like something stuck on it, so that should come off. There's a couple of little black marks on it here and there. The worst bit is down here and a little bit there, but that little bit can be touched up. There's nothing much. That was the best one I could get, and have I got the invoice here? I'll tell you how much this was, including delivery. Delivery was £19. The bumper was £85.50. It's, including the VAT, it's £104. £104.50, which I thought was pretty good considering that on its own is 35 quid. Some of the bumpers have that, some don't. Almost all of the bumpers are naked for the facelift because the parts are so expensive. So people are either using them themselves or selling them outside of eBay for exorbitant amounts of money. But yeah, so you know, when I tot this up, I don't even want to guess actually how much just the bumper alone is going to cost me. When I first started totting this up in my head, I thought it's going to cost me about £1,000 in parts. How wrong was I? Oh dear, I'm already approaching. No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you yet, just yet. Once I've got all the parts, and we all then that we will have to do is obviously fit them and then get the two seals done. Then I'll let you know how much I've spent. But it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Anyway, I'm going to get this bumper on as best I can. Well, I'm going to put it on. I'm not going to button it up, obviously, but I'm going to put it on. And then hopefully within the next couple of days we'll get all the other bits. And then we'll be just left with the bits that we've still got to buy. But yeah, let's get it on. Go over it with the G3, I think, or G10. Just put one in there for now, just to hold it in place. The hell? Do 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 do. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Better, isn't it? Much better. Starting to look the part already. Okay, so now we move on to the back. So obviously I've got bits like this that I've kept because that was obviously missing. But the thing is, I know I've got lots of screws. Giving it a bit of a clean before I put it on. But I don't know what screws are used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these things on. Bearing in mind these will have to come off again when I put the side carpets on, until I've got the wires and plugs for the rear lights. I can't actually put those on, but I'm going to put some of these bits on anyway. But these obviously go on with a popper and then they screw on. I'm not going to bother doing the screws up because I'll just have to undo them again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the other car, have a look, or take a screw out that sits there, and actually before I put that on, I'm going to put the boot rubber on. I'm going to clean it up and put the boot rubber on. What was I saying? Yeah, so got two screws here, one there, one either side. I'm going to go to the other car, take one out, and then go to my bucket loads of bits that I've got and get the correct bit. And then I can put that in the bucket with all the odds and sods. I've got a bucket full of bolts and screws that I'm getting together that I know go in particular places. Fiat do tend to use the same types of screws throughout the car. I also need to figure out these ones as well. I think you can see that, yeah, because the seat don't come back that far, does it? I think you can see which bolt they are. I won't take it out, but I'll be able to tell which one it is from the head. So I need to get those in as well. So all these little bits and pieces all need doing. Obviously before I do other things. But although I haven't got much in the way of parts that have come yet, some of the parts I've already got, so I can, you know, at least be making a start on doing that, and I can get these things like the rubbers back on as well. So I think we'll take that back off for a minute, put the rubber on, and then we'll have a look and get those screws, find out what screws they are. Right, so you saw me, I put the door rubber on and I put the boot rubber on. Boot shuts nicely. I haven't tried the door yet actually, but I'm sure it will. I'm picking up the roof lining on Wednesday. It's only down in Tonbridge, so probably 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away. Obviously before I do that, I've got to put this back in. This has got to go back in. So there's no holes in it or anything, it's just a bit creased up. So I need to figure out how this goes back in, which way it rolls, because it's obviously fully extended. I think it's that way, but I'm not sure which way it rolls. So I think that way, but I need to figure out how the hell it goes in. I know it screws in somehow, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and have a look at the other car that's out in the road and see if I can figure out where the headlining is, as to whether it pulls, you know, like with toilet rolls, does it pull from the top like that, or does it pull from the bottom like that? Probably from the top, if it's anything like the proper way for toilet rolls. So it's a bit dirty actually, but it's dirty on the inside. So yeah, I'm just going to go and have a look at that car, and I'm going to try and get this in. And I'm not quite sure. I know I was reading on the forums about this, and there's always a case where a piece might be missing. So there's a little rubber. Oh no, I have got it on both ends. This little rubber. So yeah, I haven't got a clue how this goes in. Apparently it's really easy. We'll see. But hopefully I can get this in, and then we'll be ready. So let's just go and have a look at the other car. Put that there for a minute, and then we'll come back and see if we can get it in. I don't know how I'm going to film me doing it, but we'll give it a try. Maybe I'll stick the camera over there somewhere. But yeah, let's go and have a look on the other car. Right, so I've looked at the other car, and to my surprise, it actually rolls the other way. So I need to roll it up the opposite direction. Like that. So I don't really know how this fits in. I'm hoping it's going to be obvious. But there's some, I know there's screws. I have actually taken one of these out before. I need to sort of move back. Kneel on the seat, I think. See if I can have a look. Now there are screw holes, so I don't know if it just sort of screws up against it or something. Let's put it in. Cobwebs there. Ow. It's a bit dark in there, it's a bit difficult to see. Oop. Yeah, I don't know. There is a screw hole in there. But I haven't got a clue how this goes in. Oh, hang on, that's upside down. No, that can't work, can it? It can't be that way round. I must be mistaken when I... Because that goes in... Let's run that back the other way again. Maybe I was mistaken there. Hang on a minute. When you do this, which bit is the bit that goes in? It's that bit, isn't it? Like that. Somehow, like that, and then you free it like that. Push that back in. Obviously that's held in position by the headlining as well, isn't it? At the sides. Can't get that to stay in. I don't know. I haven't got a clue, can't figure this out. Now I can see we've got screw holes there, but there's nothing to actually... Nothing to screw to. I wonder if I'm missing a bit on the ends. And if it fits... Oh! I wondered if it fits into a channel. Yeah, there's nothing on the ends. I mean, this end's got a pin, which presumably goes into something. No, there must be... I think there's bits missing. I can't see where it goes. I'm assuming it goes right back to there. I can't see. Oh, this is stupid. I don't think I've got enough light here either. See, I don't know whether it's meant to go all the way back to this channel or whether it sits further forward or not. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I don't know how to find out. I think I'm going to have to look at some online. I'm not sure I'll figure it out. I'm just, at the moment, I'm a bit lost. I'm still not 100% certain how this winds in. I'm sure I felt that it went from underneath. Oh, that would be underneath. I need to get I'm going to get my torch. You know what? I'm not going to bore you with this because, I mean, it'd be nice for you to know how to do it if you ever have to come to do it. And if anyone's done it, I think Christina, I think you said on the forum that you've done this. I mean, there's not a channel as such for it to go in. You've got these bits on the side with a bit that pulls out, so they obviously run, I imagine they run along a channel in some way, but there's not an actual channel as such for them to run along, unless it just sort of sits in the top of the headlining. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, there's a screw hole there. Is there a screw hole the other side? No, I think there's a bit missing. Because I know, as I say, I've taken one of these out before, years ago, and I sold it. And I'm sure that there were some plastic bits that went on the end, which I haven't got. And they're not in the car. So I might have to actually just buy one that's got the bits on the end of it, which is a bit of a nuisance, but obviously I've got to do that before I can put the headline in as well, which is a nuisance. What am I going to do? I'm going to get a torch and have a look at the aperture. As I say, I'll come back as and when I hopefully figure it out. I'm sure I will. Okay, so I pointed this out before. I've put this on. It doesn't seem to work. It may be just the bulb that's gone. So I need to change. I need to get another bulb out and change that, which I'll do in a minute. But I pointed this out when I first got the car. We got the wire that goes coming out of that same loom that this connects to is this, and I don't know what that is. There's nowhere for it to go. So what the hell can that be? Obviously, we've got the wire there for the light that goes behind the sun visor, but what's that? The sun visors themselves haven't got lights in because you've got this. So, at least don't think they have, or have they? I'm going to have to look back at my old Henrietta, I think, and see. Maybe they have, and if that's the case, I need to get one because obviously that means that they're different. This one will be the same, but that one, if it has got a light in, I don't know why it would have a light and have that. Don't really see why that would. But you know, sometimes they have like the slide thing that goes across, which then activates that. So that could be. I can't think what else it can be. There's nowhere up here for it to plug in at all. So I'm at a loss as to what that is. That's the only thing I can think it can be. So I'll have to have a look. We've also got a plug down here. This. That's the window winder. And that's the window winder the other side. What is this? What the hell is this? There's nothing else. There's nothing else to connect to. You've got. I don't think. Or am I going mad? You've got your. Is it? No, it's too thick to be just a light connection. Are they illuminated? No, if they were illuminated, they'll be done from the same switch, I think. One thing I've discovered, which isn't too bad because the stereo's out, is found another wire that they cut, which is the one that feeds the controls on the coloured panel. So that's a nuisance. So I'm going to have to, I'm pretty certain I've got one, because I always, when I take dashes out, I cut those off and keep them. I don't recall ever selling them, so they should be in a plastic bag somewhere, hopefully labelled up. So I'm pretty sure, pretty confident that I'm going to have one of those. Luckily I should be able to take the wire, hopefully take the wire back through there to join it, because at the moment there's not very much. I don't know if it's connected to this thing here. The stereo wire is connected with a cable tie, so that may well, I think that's connected to the other side, so once I've cut that I can probably pull it through and then work on it through the larger aperture. But I guess you could say that I've come off quite lightly really on the amount of plugs that have been unplugged rather than cut. One of these is the aerial. Oh, that's the aerial, isn't it? It's got a different aerial socket on these. One of the, I guess that, I don't know, is that a GPS? USB? Don't know what that is. And obviously your main. I suppose it could be steering controls or something, maybe. Don't know. Anyway, as long as the stereo when it comes has got 3 sockets on the back of it, that's the main thing. It is a 312 V2, no, not V2, something 2, which is out of a 2016/17 Lounge. So it is the correct stereo for this car. Unless, of course, this car had an upgraded stereo. It may well have done, we don't know. It's impossible to know. But it will work anyway. It'll need a proxy alignment, but it will work. I really want to get this clock spring, then I can try indicators and lights and stuff like that. Not that I've got any lights at the moment, of course. But yeah, any ideas? Any ideas what this is? By the time you see this video, I may have already figured it out, but any ideas what that's for? So what I'm going to do now, just so I know it fits, obviously again, you know, no stereo, but the last thing I can really do, there's nothing else that's any point. Oh, by the way, yeah, of course you saw me on time lapse putting them off. They will have to come off a little bit when I do the headlining, like most of it. I was going to do the back things, the back quarter panel cream things, but there's no point because they'll just have to come straight back off again to do the headlining. Seat belts are on. Again, these will have to drop down when I do the headlining. So as will the rubber, both sides. But you know, don't matter. I just wanted to get as much of it on as I could. But there is literally nothing else now that is worth me putting on, apart from test fitting the white one I've got of that to see if it fits. If it don't fit, then I'll have to get a facelift one. But I think they're the same. I'm pretty sure they're the same. And then I need to rake out the plug, see if I can find the plug. We're starting to lose the light now. I think it must be getting on for about 4 o'clock, so it's starting to get dark. So we're pretty much up to what we can do now. So I think I'll put my stuff away out there where I've been cleaning bits of trim and get the car moved back down the drive properly. And then we'll just briefly come back to see this, and then we'll come back. Not tomorrow, I'm working tomorrow, but the following day I'm off, and hopefully by that time I'm hoping that some of the parts are going to come tomorrow. Be nice for the stereo to come. Be nice for the steering wheel to come. Obviously I need the stereo surround as well. Actually the stereo hasn't been posted yet, I don't think, because Club 500 aren't actually back to work, I don't think, until possibly not till the 4th. It's only the 2nd today, Bank Holiday Monday. So chances are I'm not even going to get that this week. But, you know, we get it when we get it. I've only just, this is only the first day, of course, but I've sort of come to a standstill. There's not really anything else I can do until the parts start arriving. So yeah, I mean, apart from the gear knob arrived, but it's the wrong one, completely the wrong one. It would fit, but I ordered one that looks like it's an aftermarket one, but it looks like the the standard black one, and it's come and it's some cheap and nasty fake leather thing, completely the wrong thing. So that's going back. More bloody expense. I raked this out, and who would have known it? Look at that. They're completely different shape. Who would have thought, eh? Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I would have sworn that was the same, but it ain't. So I'll have to try and find myself a facelift one of these. I can't say I've seen any, although I haven't really been looking. So I did have the things as well. Yeah, I'll see who's got one. Club 500 might have one, or I'll have a look this evening and see who's got one. Anyway, more expense. Never mind. So I managed to find the coloured panel. Club 500 Italia had one. I think it was $34.99. So I've also so I bought that. I've also sent them a message and asked them if they've got the plugs and a bit of cable for the rear lights, and the coloured panel, the 3 buttons, the one that's also been cut. Hopefully they'll have one of those as well, and they can sort those out for me. They've still got to post the stereo off to me, so they could possibly send them at the same time. So hopefully they'll get back to me tomorrow, and I can pay the extra for whatever that's going to cost. So I had intended to do more, but there's nothing else I can really do now until some of these other parts start to arrive. It's still turned into nearly a 40-minute video, so I thought I might as well end it here and get this one uploaded for Wednesday. So as always, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you're not a regular subscriber, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, push up those numbers, see where we can get to this time next year, or by the end of 2022. Again, as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.